dancing those crazy, brilliant Jerome Robbins steps. And I'll tell you one thing that kind of I think is funny. I hope you do. We were told I was a shark, and then of course there were the Jets. Probably half of you have done this show. But and we were told by Jerry, you are not to talk to any of the other gang. If you're a shark, you don't talk to a Jet. If you're vice versa, and so you are actors and dancers really, and dancers are very close, but you're not talking to each other at all. Well, it worked as far as learning how to act, So he says you're not supposed to talk to each other. So what did I do? I went and married a Jet. So I have a Jet shark baby. She's not a baby anymore, but Lisa is half shark and half Jet, and she just loves it to death. She jumps over here when she wants to be a shark. She jumps over there when she wants to be a Jet. So she's safe on any level.
Going to Leonard Bernstein's apartment that first...
Dick Van Dyke is exactly the way you expect him to be. Just exactly what you see is what you get. And he's fun, he's giving on stage, he is funny. I mean, we got Gower Champion, our choreographer, director, told us to go home a couple of times because we kind of got out of control, started laughing. I enjoy laughing more than anything in the world. Well, you have to, because you can't take yourself too seriously.
Right.
Or otherwise somebody will straighten you out. But Dick, and today, I think Dick is 90 years old, and he looks gorgeous. He's got a head full of gray hair. He's still dancing and singing, and somebody asked him the other day when we lost either Florence or, Merritt Lattimore. They asked how he could, how he's so alive, and so he says, I just keep moving, just keep on moving. And that's the truth. I wake up every morning and I put one leg up and put it down, and then I pick another one up and put it down, and if they move smoothly, you have some time left. So use it.
Great advice.
Like this, her little voice was kind of funny, and she sang on key, but she talked like that.
And nobody else does that. And she was a brilliant dancer, a wonderful actress. She sang with that sweet little shaky voice. But I remember doing Can with Michael Kidd, and they were auditioning for her understudy, and I wanted to do that. I wanted that experience. And she said to me, she called me in her dressing room, and she said, Chita, I think you have to start thinking about being brave enough to go out and seek your own roles. She was the very first person that gave me that courage and made me believe that there was something that I, Chita, had to offer. And so I danced next to her in the chorus in Can. But when it came to Chicago, and I was living in California at the time, and Kander and Ab and Bob Fosse said, would you like to do Chicago with Gwen? I said, let me think about it. No, I didn't. I was on the next plane. And we were side by side. And in the original Chicago, there was a fabulous, what do you call this, drum? They call it a drum. It goes like this. And it was easily 3/4 of the stage, or the half. And when it opened, the two of us were standing next to each other with top hats and canes. And I said, oh my God, I am standing next to Gwen Verdon. I'm on the same level. I just gave a little peek upstairs and said, thank you, God. And we had a phenomenal experience in the original Chicago. Still running today. Not the original, but still running. Which was a great, wonderful magic show with Doug Henning. I was busy being the evil queen and made a majestic gesture, and off came my crown and my wig. So I think people really took me seriously, standing up there in gorgeous capes and no hair.
Live theater.
Really painting myself to be really something crazy.
But she was a ballet dancer then too. She was a dancer then.
Not all ballet dancers were so, but anyhow, Sammy Davis Jr. is one of the greatest, if not the greatest entertainer ever. And I had seen him at the Copa or something like that in a nightclub. And then Judy Stein wrote the score for a show called Mr. Wonderful that starred Sammy and his father and uncle. The Sammy Davis Jr. and the trio. And I remember thinking, and Jack Carter was in it, I remember thinking, Sammy Davis Jr. doing a Broadway show? I mean, he's a nightclub performer. What is he doing? He's going to do his nightclub act? That's how little we know when you start to judge things. He was amazing in that show. And we sat on stage in the second half of the show, and the whole idea was this is a guy that was a great entertainer. And the second half of the show was his club act. So he was absolutely perfect for it. But my first thought was, gosh, theater people do theater. I used to think dancers dance. The girl at Lee Becker Theater who did the original Anybody's, she didn't go to a couple of auditions many years ago because dancers were beginning to sing.
Yeah.
And I said, why didn't you go? She said, because dancers dance, singers sing. Times have changed. We do it all, don't we? Yes, we do.